I am Ann-Peggy Divine. Welcome to the Divine Design, the podcast where we unfold heaven on earth and reframe spirituality and theology for a new cosmic era. Your journey on human evolution and integration of your divine design starts here. Welcome, Sissel Adronia, to this Divine Design podcast.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm looking so forward to it.
Me too. And this is the first time we speak English together.
It is. So it will be fun.
It will be fun. Yeah, and I didn't align with the team. Normally I do, but it was a part of me knew that you have already gone into it, and I got the same words as you, even though I didn't go into it because I had so much other to do. So you can start to present the team for today.
Yeah, first of all, I can say that I am a therapist, coach.
Of course, sorry.
I have been working in this area for ages. I had my awakening in 1991, and the last 10 years has been only my main focus has been diving into what we are going through now.
Yeah.
To prepare myself. So yes, it was so funny that it just came to me how what I wanted to talk about, because it is so vivid.
Yeah.
And you connected with it, although you didn't download what we were going to talk about. So yes, I am going to take you on a journey today. So you see, I'm in an airplane.
Perfect. And I'm in the Northern Light. So I will go with you.
It is all aligning. So yes, we are going on a very high journey, a very important journey that we are all in now. And you know, when you decided to come to planet Earth, you entered your plane and you came in, but before you came into the planet Earth, you had to learn the rules. You had to learn how to play and
Yeah.
how to integrate. And so you could have the most impactful experience while there. So you studied and you entered and you kind of got so infused in the game that you forgot who you are.
Yes.
It was like the rules of the earth, the 3D dimension, was all you could remember.
Yeah.
And it has been a tough journey.
It has.
And it is still playing out a little bit. But while on earth, to enter into the program, you had to learn it from start. When you came in, you were taught how to play, what to think, how to manage to be doing the right thing, to how to play in this environment. And that program separated you from who you are, from yourself.
Yeah.
So, and then you forgot, oh, how do I become happy? And you're told, oh, you just study a lot. You do what the others say they want you to do, what is right in their eyes, what they have learned.
Yeah.
It's not that they didn't want you to be happy, but they had to teach you what they have learned themselves.
Yeah.
So then you started to play. You studied a lot. You became good in something. Maybe you wanted to do something else, but you had to choose something that could give you a lot of money so you could buy a big house, support your family in a way that your neighbors actually envied you.
Mm.
You had to have the cabin,
Yeah.
to go on vacation and relax and have fun. And then you were looking forward to when you were so old that you could quit the job and finally have time for yourself and
Yeah.
do what you really long to do.
Yeah.
But before you came to that place, your body started to ache.
Yes.
You had some back pain. You had some disease showing up. So your whole focus shifted from earning a lot of money to how to get well. So you started to exercise and do all the things that you had to do,
Mm.
what they said was good.
Yeah.
So this is the program
Yeah, that's the
we're
program.
running
Mm.
for eons of times to have this experience. But now the vacation you have been on has finished.
Yes.
You are on the plane back home, which is the 4D, the fourth dimension. And what do you do there? Because it's not a physical place. It's the thoughts and emotions that are still playing out. And in the fourth dimension, they are shown to you. So you can get rid of what is not you,
Mm.
to align back to the real you, to who you are, which is and always has been well-being.
Yeah.
It is happiness, it is joy, it is creativity, because you love to create.
Yes.
You are always creating, but you have done it unconsciously.
Mm.
So in the environment of the earth that has been, that is now going away. Actually, it has.
Yeah, it has.
So then the belief systems that you were indoctrinated into are showing up. So when you ask for the universe for help, or you pray to God and say, please, don't give me that experience ever again. Guess what?
Yeah.
The universe doesn't understand your language.
No.
It doesn't understand, I don't want that. It only understands vibrations, which your emotions and your thoughts gives out.
Yeah.
So when you are really annoyed and angry and so fed up with experiencing bad relationships, for example,
Yeah.
then that is what comes to you, because your vibrations are focused on it,
Mm.
not to punish you,
No.
just to show you what you hold in your vibration,
Mm.
your backpack.
Yeah.
So when we are in a transition time in the 4D, it can be kind of challenging for a while. Because to leave the belief systems, to believe the identity we have thought ourselves to be,
Yeah.
it takes some time to let it go away.
Yeah.
So it is actually very simple, but simple is not easy always. So 5 dimension, what is it? It is actually well-being. It is you becoming conscious of how you feel, how you think. So it is kind of aligning you back into who you are
Mm.
and not buy into believing that life is difficult.
Yeah.
The more we align with well-being, happiness, the more we will actually build a connection with the true you.
Yeah.
To have a platform to build it upon, it can be useful with some tools. And I have used them myself for a little while, and they are powerful, very powerful. I learned them through Jim Self in Master in Alchemy. And it is the first and foremost you have to do is move in back into your head. Because when you are in your thoughts, you're actually out here. And the thoughts going in your mind is most of them are actually coming from others.
Yes.
It can be your parents telling you, don't stop doing that. You're not allowed. Don't be fantasizing so much. Your imaginary friend doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And you shut it down. But the voices kept going around in your head.
Yeah.
And created a belief system that is not you. So the only way to kind of align with you again is to move back into your head. Just by doing this, you will notice the thoughts quiet down, and you will be more aware of which thoughts arises. And then you can look at them and say, oh, is that actually my thoughts? Or where does it come from? Maybe it comes from way back. And you can say, I don't need them now. Because what happens when you go into your head and stay there? You become more present with you now. Because the now moment is the only moment that exists.
Yeah.
While your thoughts are busy with figuring out the future, which is built upon the past.
Mm.
So when you come present with yourself, aware of yourself being here,
Mm.
now, the past doesn't exist. And when the past doesn't exist, the future goes away.
Mm.
Because it has nothing to build upon. So here you can dream your future into being.
Yeah.
Here you can start to use your imaginations and start to visualize what you really want.
Mm.
What makes you happy? What do you want to create? How do I want to have my world where I live to look like?
Mm.
This is actually the 5D.
Mm.
So we live in the most exciting time ever.
Yes.
This path has never been walked before. We have tried,
Not collectively, but some have done.
yes, but they have stayed in higher dimensions when they manage to do so. I'm talking about the earth.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm agree. Yeah.
Yeah, Mother Gaia is um, going up in her ascension.
Yep.
So she is kind of leaving.
Mm.
It doesn't mean that nature goes away and the earth disappears, but we will see as a kind of a split in
Mm.
who want to go with Mother Earth up to fifth, or who wants to still play in the 3D.
Yep.
And somebody said to me, but you cannot live in a kind of a bubble of imagined bliss. What about the world? It's suffering. It is, I know.
Yep.
But what happens is that the more you stay in your truth of who you are, in the well-being and happiness, the more you anchor into this place, the vibration of happiness.
Yep.
And it makes it easier for others to arise up.
Yeah.
Those who still wants to play in this game of 3D is because they haven't finished yet what they want to learn from it.
Yeah.
So if you stop judging, that's very important.
Very
That's
important. Yeah.
that's a huge topic, because
Yes.
when we judge, we actually go down into 3D again.
Yeah.
And it can be as simple as, oh, poor being.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't know what you do. Maybe it does. When you feel pity on someone, what you're looking at is actually yourself. Knowing how it was to be there, remembering how it was to be there. And you feel sorry for yourself
Mm.
for what you went through. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But then you address it on the level that doesn't judge.
Mm.
Your own feelings, you start to own them.
Yeah.
And the more you own your own feelings, the more you allow others to be where they are. You can support, you can do a lot of good, and you actually do more good from a state of well-being.
Mm. Yes. You do.
There's so many empaths here that are kind of, they go into a room, they feel anger, they feel the sadness, they feel everything, and they get overwhelmed. But when you learn to enter into your head, in your own presence, it will be easier and easier to stay in your own vibration, and you notice the energies, but you don't have to lean into them. And there is one other tool that is very important.
But I want to mention something in your tool, because I agree with all you said, but you say stay in your head. I wouldn't put it that way. I know don't say it, I agree with what you're saying, but I would say it is from going to the head to the heart, because the heart is kind of the opening. So when you say stay focused in your head, I use this that if you are in your head, you're dead, kind of. So for me, I wouldn't use that word. I understand what you say. I'm totally in vibration what you said, but I wouldn't use the same words. And that is actually good that because I see that we are agree, and I know we are, but you use other words.
Yes. Let me explain that a little bit, because yes,
Yeah.
when you enter into your head, you start to become aware of you in a different way than when you only allow all these voices going around there. It's like you take control of your own mind again.
Mm.
And that mind is aligned with the heart. So you will actually be more aware of what you feel.
Mm.
And we also have this Horus eye here, which will awaken. So the Horus eye is the pineal gland and the hippocampus and the, what's the other one? The third one. They all kind of align with them so you can connect with your chakras above the head.
Mm.
But all this is aligned with the heart.
Mm.
And the heart is not a physical heart, it is the spiritual heart.
Yeah.
It can awakens when you become aware of your own being.
Mm.
So did that explain more of what the going into the head is?
I will still, I understand what you're saying, but for me, I use other words because I cannot say go into your mind. For me, it kind of, no, that's not the way I explain it, but I understand the concept, and that I can think that is a major point, because a lot of people are talking about the same but use different words. We
Yes.
are talking about that at the same vibration, but
Yes,
we use different words. So the outcome is the same.
it is the same.
Yeah.
But what I have noticed in myself is that to build a platform of solidity,
Mm.
to stay in my own awareness, I have to be in all the parts.
Yes. Mm. That, yeah, align with all the parts. Mm.
Yes, yes. And that the head is kind of the main area where the Horus eye, the clairvoyance opens up. It comes from here.
For
And
me,
it,
it starts through the heart and then it ripple up. So I think it is different ways to do it, because for me it started in the heart and then it went that way. So I think it is several ways.
yes, me too. When I had my experience, it was actually started under my feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it little by little, it included my whole body.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it can start in different ways, and we all have our experiences, and nothing is wrong.
No, that's why I think it's important, because we say, oh, you have to focus in your head, and someone said, oh, in your heart, and someone said in your feet. So it's like, well, it's term. It can start where a lot of ways. So that's the main thing. It is a vibration that shifts.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So it's not into it's actually out of concept into a vibration.
Mm. But what to use the tools in this, it is one of the tools is to go here. And when you're here, you become aware of looking out of your eyes. Normally, when we see, we just open our eyes and we are here, leaning into the world.
Yeah. Understand what, but I would say that I see with my heart. I don't, so I see with my heart. That's totally different. So I would describe it at that way.
Yes. But
Yeah.
I will say that to become aware when you're here and you look out of your windows
Mm.
into the world, you don't lean into the world then.
That's the main part.
Yes. That's why this tool is kind of a way you can use it if you want.
Yeah.
It is up to each and every one what they feel is right. But this is one of the tools to build a platform and to become aware of where am I. So when you look out to the world, you are in your own space and you don't become the world.
You are in your divine essence.
Yes. You're in your true self.
Yeah.
Which is divine.
Yeah.
And has always been.
Has always been.
Yes. It is the journey into the 3D that made us forget.
Yeah.
Because it's a very low, dense vibration frequency. And then the second tool that goes with the head, the being in the head, is the rose. Which it's your aura goes out more or less your arm length. So when you put out your hand and you bend the hand and you imagine you put a rose here, because the rose is a frequency, very high frequency. And then you've imagine going 360 degrees around you. And you put another one on top of your head and under your feet. And you vision yourself that, okay, this is my aura, this is me, this is my space. And you become aware of when you go out that, okay, I am here. This is me. No one are allowed to enter here.
Yeah.
So this helps with grounding you into your own vibration.
Yeah.
And then it can be easier to go around in the world and notice the stress, notice the despair, notice the struggle with all going on now around Earth. Merging into it without losing yourself. So you build up a platform where you stay in your own high vibration.
Yeah.
So, but for people that want to study, there are many tools.
Yeah, there are many tools.
But if you want to study them, you can actually go on YouTube and find them described, how they are used and what they are and stuff. And it's a mastering alchemy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm so glad that we talk about, because there are hundreds, thousands of tools. There are so many tools. And it is often when we are in this matrix, the societal matrix, because we are programmed, we think in ways and we say, oh, that word, we have to do it in a structured way and a hierarchical way. So the because now we aligned with the vibration, but we use different words. So I think this is very important to kind of highlight, because it is about vibration. We can use different words, but we have to go out of the words actually, because it is not the words that's the teacher, it is the being.
It is, but for people that don't understand vibration.
Yeah, but then you can say that, okay, if you come into a room and you feel, oh, something's here, because we all sense. Someone said, no, I don't sense anything in the room, but you can sense if someone have had a fight. But okay, I'm an empath, so maybe I said that. But most people, if they aren't not too much in their head, they sense.
They are not in their head. They are outside their head.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So that you say they are outside, I say it they are in their head, but we mean the same thing.
Yes, because when I say outside, it's because what we have in the head is the program, what we have learned. It's not you. It's all the belief systems that we have believed to be true. Like, I'm not good enough. I don't do it right. I'm not allowed to do that. No, this is nothing that I can do because they will laugh at me and I will be lonely.
I call it the habitat programming, because we are
Yes,
programmed by our habitats. Yeah.
yes, but that is what is in mostly in the head of people until you start to be aware of them.
Yeah.
So it takes a long time to shed our belief systems.
Yeah, and that was actually, I believed I had for a long, but I have seen people that do it in a second, so it can happen. But
Oh, yes,
if even though they do it in a second, like Lily Bendis, we have a woman in Norway that did a shift because she had an acupuncture, and she shift right there and then. So she's
yes,
a good example. But
yes,
normally it takes longer time.
yes. It is. It's all individual.
Yeah, it's all individual.
Yeah,
And I
and
had my first shift in 2008, but I didn't go with it because I had 5 small children and it was kind of not the time. But I had a big epiphany, and I was God, I was the source and everything, and I had a lot of epiphany afterwards. But that was the first one. But
yes, yes,
I didn't do anything about it because there weren't time. So it's so
exactly.
many ways to, yeah,
Yes, that was what happened to me too.
yeah, yeah,
I had small children. I was a single mom. I started to study to be a nurse and didn't have time to dive into what happened. I had to kind of let it be there. It was
yeah.
always playing in the background, but my focus had to be study and children.
So you had your first in 1991.
Yes.
What time did you start to align with this epiphany and awakening?
I was told actually in 2 months afterwards in something else that happened that this is for later in life
Ah, yeah,
because I had to go through the years that was to come.
yeah,
So I was always thinking to myself, when is the time? When is the time? When is later in life? Is it now?
yeah.
And then 10 years ago, I knew now the time has come.
Ah, so 2015.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, exactly. 2015 was a shift.
yeah,
Yeah. I left my second husband. My kids was old enough.
yeah,
And I started to travel to Peru.
yeah,
Yeah. So that was the start in diving into what happened then. And it has been a journey with a lot of awakening, a lot of, and changing my beliefs of what happened,
Yeah.
or not changing it, but expanding it.
Yeah. Understanding more and more and more and more. Yeah.
Yes. So it's so in so magical
Mm.
what we are.
Yeah.
So I don't to come to Earth now at the biggest happening ever here, where we change our whole structure.
Yeah. We do.
It is just magic, but for many it can be very challenging
Yeah.
because nothing functioned. What you did before doesn't function anymore.
Not at all. Not at all.
And that can be confusing and scary for many people.
Yeah. I met the divine design as I have created now. I met it in 2015. And when I met it, it was, yeah, it's kind of the essence of us. Someone call it God, someone call it, there are so many names. But when I met divine design, um, I said, no, I cannot fully embrace it because then I lose myself completely.
Yes.
So I wasn't ready to, even though I had a big opening, it was so many past life and a lot of things, but it's like, no, this is too much. I cannot be that. Then everything, I didn't have anything to hold on to anymore if I became God and the biggest uh, source of everything. So it's like, no, I cannot. So I had to be some years more expansion, and then, okay, now I own it.
Exactly. And when you and I had such big awakenings and transformation that actually changed everything,
Yeah.
has difficulty in grasping. What about those who haven't had those experiences?
First of all, they have to say, I'm willing. I didn't know. Only if we just say, I'm willing, because
Yes,
I said I'm willing, because in 2015, I said I was willing, but I said, no, I'm not willing at all, because it was too much. So I said, but then I said, no, 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 I don't think I'm willing after all, because this is not what I was thinking that I said yes to. So I said yes in 2013 when the doctor said I will die, kind of, even though I didn't believe. But and then in 2015, it was like, no, my yes, I take it back. So then
yes,
I have to work a little bit more with my mama lining. So to say yes, I do, but that is also to go into the unknown.
yes. And that is the most scary and the most exciting thing we can do.
Yes.
I used to say that every time fear shows up, you're standing in a doorway.
Yep. It's a gift.
It is a gift,
Yeah.
but it's so, and we back off because we don't want to feel fear because we don't know what's on the other side.
Yeah.
And we back off until we have gathered strength enough to go through.
Yeah. And I also witnessed it in my clients. Some clients come to me and they have such an opening, and this opening scares them. So they go back. So I understand because I had it myself. The opening was so big. So some of the people that come to me, they have an opening. And since this is, no, I cannot completely own this light. So they go back.
Yes, yes,
So we choose kind of.
yes. But I think that is it, it's very good to go back because then you contemplate what happened and you know it, you have it in you. But then you can take it more slowly towards that opening
Yeah,
because that opening never goes away.
that's true. That's true.
You have seen something that we know is true, and then we kind of have to bring along the the little being.
Yeah. But the truth is like because that's the truth, that's the essence of us, and we always long to the essence of us. So it is kind of an opening, and even though okay, this is too much, it will always pull us.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Mm.
Because we are not as much in charge as we think we are.
No, but
The, the,
actually, we are more in charge if we live from our divine design, because the divine design, if we talk about free will, this is my understanding. I don't say that this is all others' understanding, but what I have experienced when I am in my divine design, my free will is so much bigger than it was when I lived in my 3D. I
yes,
thought I have a lot of free will, and it feels like that. But the real free will is when I align, because doing my purpose, I can do it in so many ways, and I'm supported. You
yes,
have such a support team
yes,
doing your, yeah.
yeah. So when I was talking about the free will, is not as or what we think it is.
No, it's not.
It's because that your higher self is always kind of nurturing you the right way.
Mm.
We we do have free will in choosing things in life, but the big decisions you made before coming here will always come true.
Yeah. But when you say free will, when you are in 3D, it's kind of your programming taking your choices because you are programmed. So
Yes,
the
exactly.
the choice you take is like, okay, you are programmed. So your choices are actually hacked. That's
Yes,
why social media use your matrix. They can hack you because you are programmed.
exactly. We think we have our own, we're using our own free will,
Yeah,
but we don't.
we don't. No, not as 3D person. The one who want to stay here. They think, okay, I free will. I want to stay here. Just go up there. But okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And that is how much we have forgotten who we are.
Yeah.
But it's time to go home.
Yeah. When we say go home, I say to live home because when I was in the dark night of the soul, I longed to go home. And what I was longing for is to not live here anymore because it was hard.
Yes,
But now I live in my home.
yes,
So I say I live in my heaven on earth because what I was longing for, I thought that I had to die before I came to this place. But we
yes,
don't
yes.
have, we can live with our home and our heaven on earth in our body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The death is doesn't exist.
No, no, that's true.
Yeah. So the more we align with who we are, the more death goes away.
Yeah.
The death is the 3D game.
Yeah.
So when we entered here, and I assure you, we were so excited.
Oh, I know.
I didn't believe that before because there's no way I chose this. But
No, I didn't believe it either because we have to embody it. Because people told me as a, okay, I don't want to buy into your beliefs, but you have to experience yourself. You have to embody it. So we cannot tell people to believe that. They have to come to the revealance and the embodiment of it.
oh yes, because we are the ones that created this space. We are the ones that created this game.
Yep.
And we have to change it from the inside.
Yes.
So we had to come here and experience those heavy, low, dense vibrations, frequencies, and from there take them with us and transform them.
Yep.
Because energy created doesn't, we cannot say, no, I turn it off.
No, we cannot.
It is there, and we have to just transform them into what is true. Because when we entered here in this program, we kind of started to separate. So that's why we think we have to go home to be in peace again.
Yeah.
But it is actually to align again back into who we are.
But I think it's important to say that most children, and also when I was a child, I had an open heart and I felt all my surroundings. I felt my family, my habitat, and everything. And I closed my heart when I was 5 years. So then I became the matrix. So I
Yes.
wasn't the matrix until I was 5 years. I was open. And that's how it is with most of us. We come in, most of us come open, but some also are kind of already programmed in the mother's womb. Because with my son, when Alexander had cancer, we had a room with another family, and they had a boy, and he was born with a brain tumor. And he lived for 18 months, and then he died. So he was programmed in his mother's womb, not deliberately. This is the unconscious, of course, because as parents, we don't want our child to have cancer or tumor or anything. But he was born with brain tumor, and he lived for 18 months, and then he died.
Yeah.
So some of the children also are programmed very early and aren't that open, or it's the wrong way to say. Maybe he was open even though he had brain tumor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My belief is that children
Yeah.
decide before coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
It's an agreement both with the parents
And
and the child
yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yes.
Because there is always a reason behind what happens.
Yes.
Nothing is wrong.
But we don't. What you're talking about, when I heard it the first years, it's like, no way I chose my mother and father, because I couldn't go into that belief. But I had to experience it, and then I experienced it, and I saw that I chose my mother and father. They chose me. I chose my children. I chose my husband. I have the same husband this life as I had in Austria, the life before. And my son Alexander, he was my father in the life before there in Wales. So we have contracts, soul contracts, and often souls choose each other. But when I heard this the first year, I said, no, 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 I don't believe in it. I had to own it. I had to experience it, feel it. And the important thing is feel it, sense it.
Yes, exactly. And that is the feelings we enter into
Yes,
is the tough part.
it is.
And then when we forgive and embrace, we actually transform the pain into more love.
Yes.
So we create more love.
Yeah.
We hold more love.
Yeah.
And this is the expansion into the world that we really want to have.
Yeah.
Because when we are pure love and enjoy and just explore this place, this beautiful earth,
Mm.
then we will come in a state of wanting that for everyone.
Yes.
We want to include everyone. We want everyone to be happy,
Mm.
because that is something so valuable, so joyful to live.
Yeah.
And this is creating heaven on earth.
Yeah. But when you talk about emotion also, when all the way to I was 40 years, I was afraid of anger, because I have chosen an angry father. He was very angry, and he carried his anger, and it was not pretty. So I was afraid of anger, and I couldn't come to the bigness of me until I went through the anger. And that was hard to go through it, because I hold it for years, for years, for years. And then finally, I was so angry. Wow! And I was alone for 3 days. That's good for everyone, to put it mildly. And I was so angry. I, ah! And it came out 3 days, but after that, wow, I opened totally to so much love.
Yes, because that when you were little, having an angry father,
Yeah.
you knew that if you were angry back, he
Yep.
would be even more angry.
Yes.
So that's why it was scary to feel the anger, and you stored it in your vagus nerve.
Yep.
So, and that is what happens when we transition in the 4D. We are releasing all these baggages that we have stored down.
Yeah.
And life itself always provide whatever we need to experience to have those triggers
Mm.
come up
Yeah.
and notice, oh, I'm really angry. So this is also it's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, but it
But
can be all emotional. It's like I don't want to feel anger. I don't want to feel hate. I don't want to feel sorrow. All the anger. We have to go through it to kind of release. But
we
for me,
have,
it was anger, and also sorrow. I had a lot of sorrow.
yes. And notice this is living in me
Mm. Yeah.
and acknowledge it.
Yeah. Mm.
Don't push it away, but say, okay, this is something I hold on to.
Mm.
But normally living in this environment, we have these stored feelings, and then we meet what we try to avoid.
Yeah.
And
And
that triggers.
And I want to add another piece of this because we are talking on the soul level and that we choose family and we choose. Uh, my past life was in Austria and the life before that were in Wales. When I lived in Wales in the late 1800s, I died when I was 13 of heart disease.
Mm.
And I was I carry a lot of sadness from my family in that life. And the same happened in Austria, but I became 32, 33. I was around that age. And then I died, but I was stubborn in my back and through my heart. And when I was born in this life, the third life, I was born with heart disease.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, when I started to work with myself, I thought, okay, the heart is kind of because I have so much affection and love and the good feelings. But it was the opposite. I carried sorrow from past life, but it was not like a punishment. But this life is kind of I balanced it out. I know that my heart, this life, I have gone through a lot of sadness, a lot of sorrow. It has been hard in this life, but I have taken kind of back. So that is also a perspective where if we feel pain, different pain, sadness, anger, it can be something that wants to balance out because we carry a lot of dimension, past, future.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We are a sum total of all our lives.
Yeah.
And as we decided to be here now, all this is kind of come to surface to be released.
Yeah.
All the karma that we have built up is actually released when we enter into 5D.
Yeah.
And this is, and it is in the 4D that it is released.
Yeah. We
So
are really in a golden age.
yes, yes, we do.
And you, as me, we plan to come here in this time
Yes.
because this is kind of, it can't be any bigger than this.
No,
This is the
it is
biggest.
enormous.
Yeah.
It is enormous.
It's enormous. We cannot wrap our mind actually into it because when I go into it, it's like it's flowing. It's like words. We don't find words to describe it because it's so big. Because we have been really in hell, the dark age, for
Yes.
years in our program in the hamster wheel, and now we are collectively reborn, going
Yes.
out of the patterns.
Yes. So, and even Mother Earth is shifting. So she is going through her cycles,
Yeah,
shedding all those low vibrations,
yeah,
all the emotions we have stored into her because we the body is one with Mother Earth.
Yes. We borrow our body from Mother Earth.
Yes.
Mm.
So everything, it is the most challenging and the most magical time we ever could be here.
Yeah.
But it is tough when we are down,
It
when
is.
we're not okay.
No, that's not because my son commits suicide. I wanted to commit suicide. A lot of people commit suicide, and that shows us that it is tough. We cannot say that it's not tough. So we don't sit here and say, "Oh, it's just bliss." It's not only bliss. It is hard.
It is hard until we learn to stand in our own vibration, starting to remember who we are.
Yeah.
I was this far taking my life when I was in beginning of my 30th,
Yeah.
actually 9 months before my big experience.
Yeah.
And I know I was saved.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
So,
so close, and in my teenage.
hmm. So, but that is the reason we are here now. It was to go that far. We went as deep as we could manage to hold,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then start this journey of shedding
Mm.
the lies that we were told
Yeah. The
and
pro-
the program
yeah.
that we were indoctrinated into.
Yeah.
So we had we chose to have such challenges
Yeah. We actually did. But it
because
doesn't feel like it because um, someone told me that when I was in the midst of my dark night of the soul and the pain body, I felt that, it was crucial pain. And someone told me, I said, "Are you crazy? I will never choose this."
I said
So,
it myself. Yeah.
yeah. So when we are in the midst of it and it feels like the worst hell on earth, because it is the worst hell on earth, it's um, we cannot meet people with that.
Yes, I
We
do.
have to meet it with an open heart and understand, because it is pain, it is hell.
Yes, but that's why we can be with them
Yeah.
because we have been there. We know where they are.
Yes.
And we know that this is not the end, it's more to the story.
It is a new birth. It's kind of, we want to expand. We want to go up to the next level, as you say, 4 and 5D.
Yes, yes, we are going to 5D.
Yeah. Someone is saying no, but they feel it. Their body is saying, well, okay, I don't like it here. But they are so, I call it fixated in the mind. So it's like, okay. But they feel it in their body, so they can say whatever they want. Because when I was little, I learned from my family, you have to trust the word, not feel so much, not don't listen to your emotion and the feelings. Because I healed when I was a baby naturally, so I healed people and got a lot of money. But they said, stop that, listen to what words we say, that's the most important. And
Yes,
that's the programming.
yes, it is. So we are now going back to our feelings and allowing the emotions to come up
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
trans and actually understand that, okay, what I was told when I was 4 years old, do I have to believe it still? Or can I let it go?
Yeah.
It is actually much more easy to transform now than it was before because the energies here, the frequencies
Yeah.
are so lightened up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah. Yeah.
sun has poured in light codes.
Yeah, the shift has been already, so we are already there. So I
And
use 6 years, and that's, I can't say that it's so very long, but I use 6 years. But now I feel that the energy is so much more helpful.
yes, so that's why it's easier to heal now than before.
Much easier, yeah, and it goes faster.
Yeah. And at the same time, it is maybe showing up more aches and pain
Yes.
than before.
Yeah.
Because those are actually showing up so you can address them. What does the pain hold on to?
Yeah.
So we are navigating into something that we have never done here on Earth. And we can easily get distracted and a bit confused of where to go. The internet is flooding with
Everything.
kinds of messages. So what to believe? What is true?
Yeah, so that also shows us that there are only one path, and it's inward.
Yes.
But
And
you in your inward and me in my inward. So we can't trust people that listen to us. They can't trust us. They have to. They can listen with the vibration, not only with the words. If they listen with their open heart, as I say, and tune to the vibration, but they have to come to their own realization.
yes, I used to say, don't believe me, believe you.
Yeah.
Because you know the truth.
Yeah.
And you feel resonance.
Yeah.
And then you can explore what you felt further as you want, as you choose. So yes, it's very, very well said. And very important.
Yeah.
We all find the truth that resonates inside of us, and that makes us feel joyful, excited.
Yeah. Some call it the true north. Some call it, like me, divine design, true north, heaven on earth. It has many names, but it is you just, as you said earlier, you just want to spread love. You just want to emanate love. You just want to be happy and nice and do all the good things that create heaven on earth on our terms.
Yes, and the more people doing that, the more we anchor that frequency here.
Yeah.
In the physical.
And I'm so glad that you came here to speak about that, helping all of us to upgrade.
Thank you for listening to me. I was thrilled to talk to you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. I'm sure that we will have another conversation sometime. So it's like, but thank you for this conversation today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the Divine Design podcast with Ann-Peggy Divine. You can follow divinedesign.it on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. Join us next Sunday for another Heaven on Earth unfolding conversation. With grace, reverence, and unity, may the path of your divine design light the way. From the divine in us to the divine in you.